To review the news over the past week and not mention the major topic that had occurred would be continuing to throw a shadow on a topic that is too often seen as taboo or too soon when it's brought up in conversation. Over the last 2 days, media has once again been shaken by yet another senseless shooting. 11 men and women in a place of worship had lost their lives taken by an act of gun violence. This marked the 294th mass shooting as of October 28th for this year alone. To put that in perspective, there have only been 302 days so far to this year. And since that shooting, there have been more mass shootings that have occurred. A mass shooting is defined by Gun Violence Archive as 3 or more individuals being shot and/or killed in a general surrounding. In 1 year, there have been nearly as many mass shootings as there have been days. And at what point will there be a change? I feel that no being should be fearful of going to work, school, or their place of worship, knowing that in these places there have been lives lost more than once. Rather than cast an eye on prevention, most people currently are choosing to point fingers, whether it's on media, video games, party affiliations, parents, online, the list goes on. In my opinion, I feel that being proactive about things might be a better option here. Educating adults in work regarding topics on individuality and acceptance. Finding an outlet where all can hear, whether it be social media, news, insurance agencies, if need be, phone calls to the houses, and educating adults as to things that they might not be able to see otherwise. Calls from agencies to homes, that places where people are not able to leave. Having an education about unique lifestyles and showing that these don't warrant violent responses due to these differences. Everyone is unique, and teaching that everyone is different and it needs to be shown that it's okay and to treat others that you would want to be treated that same way. Teaching children the right to be an individual, but also to have the heart to accept others for their own individuality is what's needed. Explaining to children the finality of their actions and the truth of the danger in these situations. Rather than just teaching children how to react in case of an issue, teach children about guns and take back the taboo surrounding them. Keeping children ignorant is causing a higher danger than just explaining it to them. Even in mild terms, what a gun is and how it functions, and what makes them so dangerous and why they are something you should be extremely responsible with. Banning guns or removing guns is going to cause people to fight back. It will create a war, which isn't a solution for anything. I feel that adding some structure and perhaps more laws behind a weapon purchasing may be a good start, but fully cutting out weapons isn't going to fare well for anybody. Education for all and frontline learning might be a good starting place across the board. I'm not saying put a gun in the hands of children, but I'm saying at least teach them what a safety is on a gun and the danger and responsibility that is required in ownership of one. Some people believe that this should be taught at home currently, but it isn't always the case. I feel that the key to a safe future for this country, to lower the amount of violence happening to both the young and the old, isn't in pointing fingers at others and blaming things on items, but by treating people fairly and hearing what they have to say with an open mind and teaching when necessary.